A story can be driven by so many things. Goals, fear, dreams, and desires. But it's always moved by its heroes. So, what story shall we tell today? Hello, and welcome to The Table Is Yours, a role-playing adventure, where this is not the fifth time that we've tried this. My name is Con Riley, I am your DM, my pronouns are they, them, and let's go around and meet our friends. Oh wait, what do? We play Dungeons & Dragons on a table, and on Discord. It's great. Let's go around and meet our players, / contestants, starting with good old Lexi May, who is not next to me, but is on the TV screen.
Yes.
I'm spiritually always next to you. Hi, my name is Lexi May. I use she, her pronouns. I play one. You can find me on Be Real. Lexi, may I help you? Are we saying fun facts about ourselves?
Fun facts, not holiday facts, though.
Okay, my fun non-secular fact about me is that I can put my foot over my head.
That's not non-secular. That's secular.
Is it? What is
Or
it?
secular.
I'm hanging up.
Oh, okay, yes.
My fun non-secular fact is I love Jesus.
We'll try again tomorrow.
This is fun, guys. We'll try again tomorrow.
Who says that has nothing
Next
to do with
episode,
God?
we will be back on our shit.
No.
Andrew, please.
Okay, hi, I'm Andrew. I play Wash. My pronouns are he, him. Is fun fact now?
Yeah.
I caught a shiny ice cube the other day.
Yay! Pokemon.
Yes.
And that's all I got.
Where can we find you?
Oh, you know.
Around.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sydney. I play Codex. My pronouns are she, her. I don't really have a fun fact. My fun fact is that I moved out and now I'm in a new place.
Hey,
so it
that's
looks like a nightmare
exciting.
right now.
Nice.
Yeah, hopefully by the next episode I'll have my shit together, but you don't want to find me right now. Not anywhere.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I play Tiefling Paladin, Bard, Isabella Ballador.
You forgot
My
Heartthrob.
pronouns are she, her, as are Isabella's. And my fun fact is that I got a perm on Friday. And this is a fresh perm, so it doesn't look very good right now because I can't wash it and style it until tomorrow. But maybe 2 episodes from now it will look better.
Hell yeah!
Hi, I'm Vic. My pronouns are they, them. I play resident rat boy, Terrence Astonis.
Yeah.
My fun fact is that I'm a little sick. I'm a little sick today, but
Is
it's
that fun?
okay. Yeah, because it's okay because, Terrence is gonna die probably, so
Right.
we're just gonna see what happens, and if he dies, then, I'm out, and I will be replaced by someone much more famous than me.
Lady Gaga!
Lady Gaga's here! Yay! You should go.
Private event.
Not yet, I haven't died yet. But I do.
Just wait in the corner.
I'm sorry, Andrew, did you say Tom Selleck?
It's the logical next step.
Not Golden Age Heartthrob, Tom Selleck.
That's sad.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Hello everyone. I am Heather Alexandria Lore. I play Shay Erebos. You can find me at Land of Lore on Instagram and pretty much any other social media, but that's my main one. A random fun fact is I'm also a little sick today, but I'm not contagious and it's not COVID, so. And I also have no idea how Shay's gonna help in this, but we're gonna try.
I'm also a little sick, but that's not my fun fact. My fun fact is this is the first time we have all 6 players today! Yay! Someone's like, I have to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna die, so once I'm out, like, it's over.
And of course, you can follow us anywhere at The Table Is Yours. You can follow us anywhere at TTIYDND on Instagram, Twitter, probably Facebook, Spotify, all that good stuff. No coughing.
Sorry.
Only coffee. Yeah, so with that, let's get into our recap. What story shall be sung today? One can never know how the melody might sound. Our adventurers have already begun to pluck the strings of their story, and their combined composition is unfolding like a road before us.
So, Maud got us a carriage the next day to take us to the 3rd precinct while Shay stayed at the Guildhall to rest. Once arriving in the 3rd, I suggested we go to an Oral Envoy post office because maybe we could find out more information on Vorano or Visrai, as well as more information on Phoebe, my old coworker, who both me and Terrence were suspicious of. Lo and behold, when we walked into the office, we used the employees entrance. We snuck in through the employees entrance. But Phoebe was there and working. I tried to distract her for the others to leave the way we came in, but she had lots of questions for me. Probably because she, like Maud and everyone else, were held at the polished wall for questioning after we jumped off the cliff. I wasn't very successful in deterring her, and the others weren't very successful in waltzing back into the office as if we didn't know one another. So, long story short, after some back and forth of us telling some of our secrets to her, we discovered that Phoebe knew Soom, and that the two were part of this group of rebels against the Burg named the Martyrs of Ponte. They were named after a city in the wilds that they claimed the Burg destroyed, which led to how the wilds look today. Anyway, she said she had a feeling she was being followed by that Balthazar guy in a few different precincts and warned us to be careful of him. She said she saw him with Visrai before, and a bald blue man, so Vorano. Kinda ended the talk saying we'd keep each other's secrets safe as we left and suggested once again that maybe we go to my dad's workshop to see if he knew anything about Vorano because, he used to do crime stuff. When we got to my dad's shop, he explained that he didn't know Vorano, but said that my twin brother Dogma had talked recently about being followed by someone who matched that description, along with some big, muscly person. Just then, Dogma ran in, saying he was being followed. He kind of forced us out of the building to fight on his behalf when we saw Vorano's men, and that big Scar guy from the graduation who looked even bigger than before, which is crazy. They were trying to get Terrence, so we fought them, but at a point Scar told the others to bite down, which made them turn invisible. But I noticed that they were kind of hard to see, but they looked like this bloody viscera that we saw in Janerta with the rats. They slithered to Scar and seemed to make him more powerful, and even 5 against 1, he was beating us. Scar broke V2 and knocked me and Wash down, and he stepped over Terrence and knocked him to the ground before taking a handful of Terrence's serums and drinking them. This can't end well.
All right, well, if no questions, comments, concerns, queries, anything else, let us start right where we stopped, back in the battle. So, you watch as Scar takes 2 of these vials, still foot on the throat of Terrence. And it's Terrence right now. You were Terry for a second, but now you're back down to Terrence. Yeah. You watch as he picks up 2 of these serums, downs them, and then I have to make a double D6 roll, which both Vic and I, for this type of class, knows what they do. So let's see what I get. Okay.
It's Snake Eyes. He exploded.
So with this class that I made with the help of Sid and Vic, for going into this state, which would be the danger state of overdrawing the serums, if I would have gotten Snake Eyes, Heart would have given out and you would have died. I did get a 5 and a 2, so he's fine. But if you're curious of this class, which I'm sure eventually I'll post once I finish editing it fully and play testing it through with this, Snake Eyes would be bad. But 5 and 2, he is fine. So you watch kind of as Scar downs these and kind of chucks the 2
Empty vials.
Yeah, vials, that's what they're called. Vials down, they kind of crack onto the floor, and you watch as almost best way I can describe it, even though they're already hulking, because Terrence is hulking, Scar is hulking, almost like if anyone's ever seen the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen fucking movie.
Yes.
Almost the Jekyll and Hyde transformation. It's however big and buff he is now, it's just it's almost like fucking Scrappy-Doo in...
No, I was watching that with Andrew and I was like, that's Terrence.
Yeah, it's almost... But it's gross and you can hear the movement of muscles and bones. Yeah,
gross.
As he's growing bigger. And he gets to a little bit bigger than large. He is now 14 feet tall and heavily muscly. What?
Would you say this could possibly be an Akira type gets too big, blows up?
Oh.
Could be if... no, it does stop, but that could potentially happen. I can't say that can't happen, but that...
Let's inflate this balloon.
Because I don't remember. Ever just roll initiative again.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're in phase 2 of the fight. It makes sense.
Yeah, phase 2.
That's appropriate.
Oh, hell yeah.
Those twinsies.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice. Okay. Let's go. Let's go around the table like we do usually. So let's go 1 first. 1, what'd you get?
24.
I got a 20.
24, 20. Okay, so 20 to 15.
18.
5.
8.
7.
Guys.
We all rolled a 4.
Tight, guys, tight.
Okay, guys.
Top of the round, Codex.
I think I'm just gonna. I'm sorry, Terrence. This is just. I'm hoping this works out the way I hope it does. I'm gonna pick up a rock. So I wanted to run up and grab Terrence and use Rabbit Hop because then I don't provoke attacks of opportunity. But instead, because I don't think I can contest the strength roll, she's gonna pick up a rock off the ground and she's going to whip it at Scar and just yell in his voice, "Come on, you big fucking idiot! Chase me!" and just start running.
That's right, I forgot. You had Wild Magic Surge, and you sound like Scar.
Yes, I sound exactly like Scar.
Fun.
Is there a time limit on that, or do I not remember?
24 hours, actually. I can mimic his voice.
God.
You get the roll to hit.
Yeah, I gotta roll to hit. 16 to hit.
That will hit. So you watch as what looks like his veins are like kind of pulsing and undulating in like this like kind of like orangey, yellow, green something that is very fantasy neon. It's very fantasy neon, and it's almost like his skin ripples sometimes. As you hit him with the stone, his face comes up, and before he seemed together. Now he seems a little bit more Titanish and brutish, like he's not all there. His like brow bone has pushed forward a bit, and he looks kind of like almost like half open lower jaw, and just kind of like charges towards you.
I could get 10 more feet if I hop. I might as... Not... I think I want the 10 more feet. I'm gonna rabbit hop.
Is that bonus?
Yeah, that's a bonus action. And she ends there, and she's just gonna keep taunting him in his voice. She'll like shoot a look at Issa and one as like a get Terrence.
That is Codex's turn. It is now Scar's turn. Scar is still pretty focused on you, so he's just gonna continue. I'll say like in this moment, he's still dashing, not dashing, but like trucking over to you. He kind of like comes up real quick, and he's going to try to grapple you and then slam you. So let's try to go for a grapple first. Can you make a contesting for grapple? As he's kind of like just kind of coming up to you.
A lot happening, huh?
Lot of
Life
happening.
comes at you fast.
Well, hopefully you guys save fucking Terrence. Oh no.
I got a 14.
I got a 10.
10.
Oh.
Can I use silvery barbs to against? She like ducks and doesn't manage to duck out of his grasp, and then like the static electricity kind of like ripples over her without her fully realizing it. And it forces him to re-roll and take the lower, and we just pray.
All right, let's see. This time it was a 23, so 14 will still.
Oh, that's still that's tough.
His like huge hands, almost, I would say like tips of the fingers to the thumb, like wrap almost around your entire body. Cool. And you watch he just kind of quick picks you up, and everybody else that is conscious and awake and looking at this, you watch as you see him kind of start to fall backwards as he basically suplexes her backwards and kind of takes her and cracks her into the ground. So
Oh my god!
I will get advantage on this.
Oh my god!
Well, the ref is going absolutely wild.
It is 26 to
From the
hit.
top rope.
And he's got the trap!
And that'll be...
Yes.
I don't think you're going to be up. This is going to be 5d6.
Oh my god!
It was washed with a metal chair.
At all. I don't think
You're
I
gonna
will.
die. You're
Should I just
gonna
erase-
fully die.
Should I erase my 11 hit points now?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that will be a full amount of 19 as you watch Codex's head kind of like into the
Oh
fucking
my
stone.
god!
Yo, 5d6, that's my whole fucking hit point. Jesus.
Odds or evens, pick one.
Evens.
Odds. Okay. You're fine. I like to do the thing that you choose is if I get it, that's what will happen. I was going to make you lose death save.
Oh damn!
Your head went like into the fucking stone.
Yeah.
He will immediately...
But dragons exist.
And dungeons.
You know what?
She's got a fucking point.
Got a point though.
Alright, so Codex is immediately down. Fun. And we're going to
Goddamn.
go into Issa.
It's tough because her instinct is to fight and to go after Scar because Codex is in imminent danger. However, she knows she's not feeling great. And it's probably best to get someone else up that can help. And so she is going to lay on hands Terrence. And give Terrence all 10 hit points.
Gotcha. All right, so you got 10 hit points, and you are prone, Terrence, as you come back as Terrence.
Bountiful.
And then, in addition, while she's like kind of laying on hands, and Issa's magical energy is it's blue, it matches her lipstick, it's very aesthetic, on point.
Hell yeah.
It kind of just comes out in a nice flow. It's not crackly like Codex, it's like a very flowed, controlled magic. Terrence kind of is surrounded by a blue aura for a couple seconds, and then it goes away, and then Issa just is kind of like, don't you die on me, and then cast Bardic Inspiration as well on Terrence.
Cute.
What's the die for?
D6 for now.
For now.
Did you say
For now. I could potentially one day take more levels of Bard. But yeah, so Issa's gonna do that, and then stand up between Terrence and Scar.
Alrighty, 1.
Okay, I see that there are rocks there. Are they big enough to hide behind?
I'd say no, they're like piled up together, so unless you like want to move a bunch out and then crawl in and then put them back in front of you, that would take a while, but if you want to do that, you certainly can.
No, that is different.
Come to my Lincoln Log house.
One is like, nobody touch me!
I'm busy.
No one touch me, I'm building! I'm gonna start trying to like wrap myself around the building. But as I'm going, I'm gonna like kind of turn around and just try to get one clean shot off, aiming directly for the heart. And let's see if I hit.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Does a 23 hit?
23 will hit. That will hit.
No.
So 16.
No, you... Okay, so that does a good 15 damage. So as you see, one is like running and like turns really quick, like just pulls off this quick snipe trying to aim right for that heart. Kind of trying to jumpstart it, if you can see. Like I'm trying to like get it off its rhythm.
Okay, yeah, so you do... Well, you'll do half that damage as you hit Scar in where it looks like close to the heart on the pectoral. By this point, his like entire chest is fully bare. I think it was like mostly bare last time, and now it's like his pants are probably ripping too. As he kind of like looks down at Codex, like as he turns around looking at the Codex who he just suplexed, and then over at you when you and like you see him like kind of like rough up, and then he's gonna run towards you. As he runs, Terrence, Issa, Wash, not Codex and not Dead Boy, V2.
No.
You kind of watch as in the center of you all, you see what looks like this kind of like red scripted, almost like transmutation circles start to appear in this like kind of arcane glyphs. You hear this caw of a raven as it kind of like plumes out its wings and then kind of like disappears. And in the middle, you see Shay kind of like looking all cool, like, what the fuck is going on?
Definite superhero pose. She would probably show up with at least her bow at the ready.
Gotcha.
Just like instant there and do a quick clock of everything around her. There's probably that green flash as she
Gotcha.
clocks it all. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you see around you, a lot of your friends are down and not looking good. But you do see, you hear like large of some huffing as you look behind you and see one like close to rocks and this giant beast.
Yeesh. And his back's to me, huh?
Yeah, his back is to you. No one is looking good right now.
Gotcha.
Codex is like on the ground unconscious.
Yeah.
You do see torn in half V2. Wash, Terrence, Issa, and Wash, Terrence, and Issa are all bleeding. One, you notice from one's like tattered like urban clothes, if you will, there's blood dripping out and kind of falling. Like probably one of her arms are slumped as you see like kind of blood pooling from where she's standing, and she's probably like holding herself a bit. So like nobody's doing well.
Gotcha. Remind me, are things like medicine check, that's an action, right?
Yes, that'd
That's
be
what I
an
thought.
action.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. I want to go medicine check Codex.
Okay. Are you
Try and
going to...
stabilize
Hurts him.
I want to try to stabilize her first.
This is to stabilize?
Yeah, yeah.
Time.
Okay, yep, make a medicine
Oh,
check.
my
Perfect.
saves are all gone. Hooray.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, that's, where's the medicine? There, 21. So I think as soon as she lands in that teleporter, and you see the green glisten, and she clocks everything, sprints on over to Codex.
Cool, okay.
And no one else can see it, but there is an astral, smoky, like, individual next to her, and they kind of lock eyes, and the ghosty nods, and then her hand gets engulfed in that, like, grayish, white, green kind of smoke, and
Cool.
she just kind of cups it over Codex's face, just to do a little check, and then, hoping it works or not, I can have a little from Codex from all the
Cool.
smoke just engulfing her face.
All right, Codex, you are stabilized. She is breathing okay, but she's still unconscious for now until she gets health put into her. But you don't have to make any checks, any death saves. Alrighty, anything else you want to do? Because you can still, that would be an action. I
Yeah,
would say.
I'm actually getting bonus.
If you have bonus and movement. And free, if you'd like to cry. There's always time to cry in this campaign, you know what I mean?
Crying is a free action.
Yeah.
If we ever sell merch, I think crying is a free action should be merch.
That would be great
Right.
merch.
I think, let's see here.
Until the day I make it not a free action.
No. I would like to cry. Oh, that's your turn.
That's yours.
I'm gonna move a little bit between Codex and Scar, just to have
Gotcha.
a good target towards wherever you might move.
Gotcha, okay.
And I see.
Alrighty then, we have Wash. You are prone, but you can get up.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get up.
You can't.
Oh, I'm gonna
Cry.
fuck, I
Free
got
action.
nothing. So I moved, and I'm going to, I don't know, pull a bottle of whiskey out of my hat, and then
This is the nice
some
one that you got
cloth.
back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rip some cloth, stick it in there, and
Yes.
start lighting it.
Molotov.
Throw it at this dude. So I'm prepping that to fling it at him.
Yeah, I'll say that'll be your bonus in your action to make and throw.
Oh, to make it and throw. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna whip a Molotov cocktail at
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, because you have to
Hell
pull out
yeah.
like something to light, so
Yeah.
that'd be your free action.
Well, prestidigitation.
Oh, prestidigitation. Then yes, it would take 2 actions. You light it and you're like holding it ready. Yeah.
6 seconds.
Yeah, right.
Alrighty, that is Wash's turn. Terrence,
Fuck. I didn't think I'd make it this far.
because
It's
he's
good, it's good.
he is bleeding. By the way,
Yeah.
Scar is bleeding. Like I said, he never had a lot of health. It's just he is a barbarian.
Let's see.
Terrence, what are you doing?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
That's
Easy.
Okay. I'm gonna move to like here.
okay. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I would like to taunt him if possible, and
Oh my god.
hold his action to like when he gets like I want to taunt him with words like as a free action, and then hold my action to like
If he gets closer.
if he gets closer to me.
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
No, that is. How are you gonna taunt him?
Hey man, what you think you
Someone
got?
else throw something at him.
Somebody shot him in the chest.
That's true.
I don't want to play your character for you. However, if you were Terry right now and someone shot you and someone said, "Hey, idiot," who do you think you're going after?
Okay, Terrence gets up. The last thing he saw was like the angelic version of Issa, like waking him from a slumber, saying, "Don't die on me." I'm like, I won't. And he gets up and he just runs. As he's running, he chugs one of the serums in his pocket, and as he's like pushing himself, like he looks rough, but as he runs, his like feet get bigger and he stomps on the thing. I also have to roll 2d6 because he is unwell. This version of Terry looks honestly sick. He's still obviously much smaller than Scar, but this version of Terry looks like more sunken, like it's like veins protruding from his face, bloodshot eyes, like but still like the full ass rage of like I'm going to kill this guy. But first I have to make sure my heart doesn't stop.
Oh god.
I don't.
Yay!
It doesn't.
What'd you get?
I got a 5 and a 4.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Um,
His heart don't stop. I can't do anything though because I already used my action and bonus action to drink.
Correct, because you dashed.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's it. I got there.
Do you want to do anything while you're there?
Bulky.
Because you can maybe distract him there.
Um.
You're close enough to touch him.
Yeah. I mean, I think if I could just put my hand on his shoulder, like kind of try and turn him around, but like obviously that's not going to do anything.
Can you give me another flavor, another roleplay? Maybe it does.
Yeah. I mean, as he's running, he's like, "You hurt my friends," and he's gonna grab him and like just grab him by the shoulder and get him to like lock eyes with him.
Top of the round.
Hey.
Codex. You're unconscious. All right. Scar.
Good job.
But you're stable.
Scar kind of turns toward, like, as you, like, kind of pull Scar around, Scar looks right at you, kind of turning away from one who, in my mind, does the comical... Like,
Definitely going to be doing that.
yeah. Kind of looks at you and goes, "Little Terry." And he's going to, like, kind of, like, wind up a punch, like, grab the arm that's holding him, and then he's going to wind up a punch and try to hit you.
Oh, man.
Did it do? Let's see.
I cannot be grappled though. Do not even try.
It's true. That... Oh, wait, he gets the same benefits you do. What does that mean?
He took 2.
Some kind of benefits.
This will be his bonus action, single arm strike, which will be a 16 to hit?
No. Just grabs his like fist. Just to like not grab it, but like puts his hand up as he turns.
Yeah, as you can like, and there probably is this G-force you feel of like, boom, as you kind of like, and there's probably like almost like an anime like dust. Like,
my feet dig into the ground a little bit as I like hold it up.
Yeah. And then he just kind of like goes, boom, headbutts to you, which will be 24 to hit.
Yikes.
I guess.
What's your health at?
Maybe.
10?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. 9. Whew. So he like butts you right in the head, and you just watch. You'll kind of see Terry's head kind of get hit, double blood coming out of like Terry's nose, as he just boom.
It was like beefy anime guy fight. Like
Yes.
As he probably like recoils his head back from hitting you, you kind of like see him go, and just spit out a tooth.
Oh my god.
Alrighty.
Two
Issa.
hard heads hitting each other.
I will, seeing that they're too far away right now, I'm gonna get over to Codex and cast Cure Wounds.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. That is 9 HP
9. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, gamer.
for Codex. Yeah.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
Baby on her feet.
And that's your turn, Issa?
And then she's going to do the exact same thing to Codex that she did to Terrence. She's like, "You can't die." And she's like shaking Codex awake. And it's Bardic. So 1d6 Bardic, yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, I still have Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
You do, yep. Alright, 1. So you see, Scar's back is to you, and you see that Terry and Scar are having this very masculine face-off.
Very sexual attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot my way on out of there, and I'm actually going to use I'm gonna use my second spell slot to cast Expeditious Retreat, so I can use my bonus action for dashes from now on, and that is my action and bonus action.
Alrighty, and your movement. Shay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to use steady aim to get advantage on hitting this fucker with my short bow.
Gotcha.
Excellent.
Where do you get that from? What's the name from? Is that from being a rogue?
So, yeah.
That's so cool.
It's an optional thing for rogues.
Nice.
A 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Perfect. And it is 8 damage.
8 damage? Okay, he is still up. Do you want to describe how you hit him?
Yeah, I think it's now that his face is turned more towards me, I aim for his cheek.
Cheek?
So has to get like a little cut on his cheek after he just headbanged my buddy.
Yeah, he probably goes like, and he kind of like looks at you for a second, but then like right back to Terry. He is not doing well. He is probably bleeding as much as everybody but Shay.
Excellent. Good.
Well, I guess not Codex, but everybody but Shay.
Yeah.
And that's your turn? Do you want to move?
No, I can't. I have to, for steady aim, I can't move on that round.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just using it.
Well, you can't move and be steady? Come on.
I know, right?
Alright, Wash.
I'm gonna finally whip this.
The cocktail!
Oh my god! No, I'm gonna die!
Alright, roll to hit.
Oh, it's 100% thing, so...
What does it
I
say?
hope you fucking drop it on your damn
30, 60, it's 30-60 feet. Yeah.
So it's a 10. 10? Okay, I'm gonna say like Wash, who's like looking fucking bruised and beaten up and like probably
He drank it instead.
like probably his like cigarette's probably falling out of his mouth. He like kind of pulls up and he like uses all his might to throw it, and it just goes over their heads, and it probably hits the side of like the metal. What do you call those? Like it's like sheet metal like walls.
They're like they're
like not pleated, but you know the word. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
It looks like pleated.
It hits the wall just like. You probably hear someone go like, "There's a fire!" Like someone inside.
I can't believe you missed.
But it just goes over them, and you probably both Terry and Scar just kind of.
We paused to like watch it go over.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Falling star.
So that happens. Terry. Currently, the way that you guys are like standstill locked, you have your one hand that was on his shoulder, and he went grab. Like so, his left is up as your right is being held by his left. And then his right is in your left.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he hits you, you're bleeding from the nose, and he spit out a tooth.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna let go with it, like let go with this hand, grab the back of his head, bring it down on my knee.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna try and hit him, like just bring it down.
Remember, you also have bonus action on armor strike.
Yes, I do.
Nice.
Just,
Hell yeah.
make sure to always be looking at that last page because it has all your intake features.
Yeah, he brings his knee up into his nose, and see if that hits. That is a dirty 20.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
And that'll be a mix. 13 damage.
Fuck yeah.
Can I take the how do you want to do this?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So, I was gonna, or not how do you want to do this, but like, we'll describe describe the final blow. The final blow. Describe your final blow. I'm gonna take it from you. So you all kind of watch as Terry kind of takes Scar's head and like goes crack onto like the knee, and then you just kind of watch like crack, 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 push it down like punching into his fucking face until it's like kind of like caved in and just bloodied and splattered until Scar's head is just viscera on the stone. And that'll be the end of initiative. You have how much longer? A minute?
Yes.
Well, like, so you've been, what, this is like 12 seconds?
Yeah.
This is, 12 seconds.
12 seconds.
So yeah, you have about a minute.
He's definitely just crouched over this, like, pulverized, bloody body, and just, like, heaving. He's not looking at anything right now except for, like, this.
I think, Issa probably clocked that, but she's like extending a hand to Codex to help her up, and she's just kind of like, hey, like, does this happen a lot?
I don't know. I don't know him that well. I don't know them that well. I don't know. She's kind of like, she like puts an arm over your shoulders to lean on you.
Yeah, like Issa will support Codex, and I think Issa's gonna keep her distance, and kind of keep a watchful eye on the situation, and then look around and assess everyone else's health.
Seeing that this person has now been defeated, I'm gonna walk up to V2. I'm gonna like take the two halves and just like kind of like toss them over my shoulder, and I'm gonna just start walking back into the building. And I'm headed towards where Dogma and Kirik are. I like bang, like I drop the parts of V2 right there and just.
Is it all done?
They're dead. Get out here.
Okay. And you just hear like a kind of tumble as like the doors are open. You see Dogma kind of like putting his head out a bit.
The second I see Dogma, I'm gonna like grab like his scruff and pull him like close and be like, if you ever leave your sibling out alone to die again, I don't want you to know the pain of losing a sibling.
Roll a perception check.
A 19.
19? Okay, you do. Yeah. I'll give you enough time to duck. You hear a cock of something, like something get, and then there's a shot as you duck, and you just see like Kirik standing back, and he's like, "Don't touch my son."
I turn around, grab the two pieces, and go.
Shay's gonna slowly approach Terry.
By the time that you're like huffing over there and that has happened and Shay approaches, you kind of watch as like the huff kind of like, and you see it kind of like slowly descending.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I see that, I'm gonna get right up next to Terrence and hold out a handkerchief.
So you still don't know the bloodlust thing.
Yeah. Does he collapse? Because I went into danger state.
You did go into danger state. Yeah, he collapses.
Oh.
Yeah.
He collapses,
He
passed
crumbles.
out.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, yeah, you went into your seat. I have to make a roll. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
X hours. What the fuck is X, Connor?
Solve for X.
Unclear.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually that's perfect. You pee, level up to 4.
Hey.
Oh,
Alright, everybody level up to 4. Just real quickly while Andrew's using the restroom for people at home, he's peeing. It'll be 9 hours, Terrence. Alrighty, we all leveled up. What's everybody else doing?
Wash is gonna reset his fucking arm.
Okay. Make a medicine check.
Oh god.
Break it.
Yeah, right. Whoops.
Let's see if
Went
I
too
roll
far.
over 5. Nope.
What'd you get?
I got a 4 plus 0.
Okay, yeah, you might need to see somebody about it, but yeah.
If Issa was surveying and, you know, sees how injured I think everyone is, she would probably watch Wash fail to reset their arm, and is just kind of, she's still holding Codex, and she'll walk over and like put her hand on Wash's shoulder and just cast her last cure wounds for this before the long rest on Wash. So yeah.
Codex will let you walk over. She can support herself. She'll head
Okay.
inside.
It's only 6, but well, it's 6. It's 6.
Gotcha, okay.
Thanks.
Would you say at this point I've returned to the scene if I'm moving back down?
I think probably just this is all happening at the same time. Kirik probably like shoots at you and then like walks up next to Dogma and then kind of like takes Dogma's, like, because Kirik's small. Kirik's like, what, 3, almost 4 foot?
Aww.
Yeah, he's not tall. And if Codex heard a gunshot from inside, she would be running inside.
Yeah, like, if you probably like run up to, like, or like hobble toward them, Kirik would kind of put a hand up to you to like, as almost like a sign of like, don't worry. And just kind of, do you see this like kind of larger blunderbuss that he has that he kind of just like puts by the front of the door, as he kind of like grabs Dogma's hand, and he's gonna go, like, he's gonna like just walk past one, not even paying you any mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably picked up V2 and I was walking out.
Yeah,
as well.
he kind of just brings Dogma over to you, Codex, and then looks at Dogma and says, Dogma, sorry.
She looks angry. she just has this like frown on her face, and she like looks between them both, and she's like, "Are you okay?"
Oh.
I'm fine. He's gonna be fine. You're gonna go back to your dad. What the fuck is going on? To you.
Her ears just kind of droop down. It's like the absolute look that Kirk's probably seen 100 times when she was really little, and it's like, did you take the cookies off of the counter? And she just gets this look, and she's like, I can't tell you right now.
Okay. Is this gonna happen again?
I don't know. Maybe. Until we figure out what's going on, probably. I don't know. You should be careful. Maybe go on vacation.
He kind of like does a little chuckle, but kind of like closes his eyes, sighs, pinches the bridge of his nose.
Listen. I know work is really busy and stuff, but maybe you should go on a vacation. And she like unhooks from her belt like her coin purse and just like hands it over. And she's like, I was gonna give it to you anyway, because, you know, I don't need it. So.
Your entire coin purse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So maybe just go visit your parents, or take Dogma on just like a little trip somewhere, even to another district, although I would just somewhere safer for now until we figure this out.
He kind of like looks up, like kind of does that like, oh my god, like look up into the sky. Fine. I'll see if your dad agrees. Dogma's like, we could... Kira just like shoots a look up to Dogma. Dogma stops. He's like, okay, sorry. And Kira's just like, I'll close up here. Whatever the fuck just happened, sweetie, please don't let it happen here again. And also, please be safe.
Yeah. I mean, we're being careful. And she kind of like looks out like
At the emaciated party.
Yeah, we're being careful. I'm totally fine.
Yeah,
I'm these people know what they're doing, so I will be okay. I need to make sure that you guys are okay, because I can't be thinking about them coming after you while I'm trying to do other stuff to stop them. So if you're safe, I can focus on the main stuff.
Okay. Was this a problem because you are twins?
Yeah, maybe get a haircut, and she like.
Doc was like, my hair?
But I'm so pretty.
She was like, okay, no, we'll just put on a hood. Go somewhere, figure this out. Please be safe. I love you very much. Dogma, we're going home. Like, he brings Dogma back in, and then he kind of looks out to the rest of them and says, and just kind of like shakes his head and walks back in, and then kind of shuts the door.
Before they go, she like gives them both like a really big hug, and she's like, "Ow!" But she gives them both a really big hug, and she gave Kirik 268 gold and 5 silver.
Damn.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah.
And then she'll probably hustle back to the group and probably go over to like Terrence is small now and unconscious, right?
Yeah.
She'll probably try and pull Terrence up like she did before and like carry Terrence bridal style over to the group.
As you kind of come back to the group, Codex, probably around this time, any of the people who frequent Sunnyside, the upper side of the burg, not that aren't from any of the pockets, would assume loud noises, big fight, Copper Volgard are going to be coming soon. like something's going to be happening. So you probably should skedaddle.
Yeah. Is there anything left of the teleportation circle to be able to zip back?
No, I just brought you in.
Damn. Is there anywhere we can hide?
Can we say while this is going, can I take a blood and muscle sample from the body?
Roll a percentile die.
Roll what?
Did you say girl?
Girl, what?
Girl what? Roll a
No, I said
percentile.
roll what? But girl what?
Roll a
No, I was asking what am I rolling?
percentile.
That's a 63.
I won't say it's the cleanest job you've ever done, but you can quick scoop.
I would say I'm definitely Russian.
Yeah, I'll say you can get probably let's say 2 ounces of blood, and then what kind of non-blood thing do you want?
A muscle sample because the muscle stayed thick, so like a bicep.
Yeah, you probably kind of just quick rip something.
Yeah, just kind of like.
Gross.
The trap.
Yeah, and then I'm sorry, Shay, what did you say to the group?
Oh, it was just... I think Shay would be helping Codex as best as she can, because she can see how rough Codex is doing, too, to get Terrence in there. Is there anywhere we can get out of sight that you know of?
Back to Denny's.
You're right.
I haven't really been. I'm not used to running from the law. We could go to Demi's, I guess.
Do you think he would let us?
Yeah, I mean he doesn't really. Yeah,
All right, then.
we should. Yeah, I don't know.
Issa hasn't met him yet, so why not?
Right. Okay.
Here, let me take Terrence, and you can lead the way, darling.
Okay. She kind of hands Terrence over.
I think Shay's definitely gonna try to piggyback Terrence and, like, slump you over her shoulder.
Fireman's carry.
Yeah.
He's a limp noodle. Like,
Yes, excellent.
Alright, so
If Shay looks like she's struggling, which I don't know if she would, but if Shay looks like she's struggling, Issa would offer to take Terrence.
ladies.
Ladies.
It's a shame you're
you
unconscious.
rip him in half.
I know y'all want to carry me, but Justin has 2 hands.
If Shay's carry that, Codex will kind of sidle up next to one and be like, "Do you want me to carry half of?"
Oh.
I'm like holding it. And I'm like I'm fine, and like I kind of walk by, wash, and I'm like burn the body, and then we just start walking.
Molotov cocktail.
Do you burn it?
Yeah.
Make a, I guess just this, let's say survival check, just because survival makes you think campfire. So,
Oh, I got over 10.
Hey.
11.
11? Alright, yeah. So you kind of like quick douse some of the parts, like which is like a little bit of whatever, like whiskey or whatever you have in maybe a flask. You just kind of like dip, and then you just kind of set it. So it starts to like kind of gather as you guys walk out of the it's almost like a junk, like not junkyard, but like a scrapyard. And you start making your way towards where Demi's is. One, if we don't have this already established, even though I think we probably do, do you know the best place to probably fix V2 would be back at the Lost and Found.
Yeah, because I probably have most of my equipment over there.
You have some equipment to like mend when there's like little broken bits, but I won't say you can do this. This is not unfixable. It's more of an annoyance and also probably just hurt your feelings.
Yeah, no,
it's
I'm
your
not
boy.
like...
Mad that V2's broken. I'm like, I can use a little bit of magic, I can probably get him functional, but not like walking well right now.
Yeah. So yeah, like the best place to fix this kind of problem would be the Lost and Found.
Yeah. I probably start walking and like, are we close to where the jukebox?
So the June box is in like the lower part of the third, and you're at the northern part of the fourth. It's probably like 15 to 30 minute walk. It's not that far.
Right.
Probably as we're walking that way, and I kind of like come back to my brain after like all the adrenaline, and I'm realizing how close we are. I probably just hard pivot, and I'm like, I'm going to the echo chamber. Follow if you want, and I just kind of like go that way.
Since like I would assume Codex and one were at like the front of the group, as soon as one pivots and says that, Codex kind of just like glances back at like the rest of the group and just kind of gives like this awkward shrug and just kind of turns to follow one instead.
I think Issa's probably still close to Wash because that was the last person she healed. I think she's just kind of like, is this somewhere we can rest?
Yeah, you're good at not talking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're fine then.
Great.
All right. Let's just everybody except Terrence make a not a stealth check to be stealthy, but a stealth check to be what's the word? Discreet. Thank you. Yeah.
Nice.
I got one good roll today, and now it's like, you idiot.
Yeah,
You
that's the
idiot.
bad roll.
Codex is like, I can't believe we're going to the Echo Chamber, the secret underground place under the city.
Where if you blab about it, you lose your tongue. Good thing I'm not blabbing about it.
No, Codex is probably like very quiet and just like her ears are kind of flat and she's just kind of walking, looking at the ground.
Yeah. Order of operations as usual. 1.
14.
Wash.
18.
Codex.
Hey.
5.
Issa.
10.
10. Okay, that's not bad. Terrence. Oh wait.
There, I got an 18, so for both of us.
I start talking about it in my sleep.
I'll say
Bunny rabbit.
like Issa's following what Wash said. Codex looks kind of a little just not well. Like Codex just looks kind of like maybe nervous.
She's really in her head. Her ears are kind of drooped, and like as we're walking, she's just kind of like she's unhooked. You guys know how she has the little braids, and then they have like a hook with a tassel. She's like unhooked the tassel and like has it stuffed in her belt, and she's just braiding and unbraiding the one like side braid that she has, and she's just like looking at the ground, trying to pay attention to where she's walking.
Okay.
1 step, 2 step.
But yeah, so eventually you guys kind of make it through to the like. Let's just call it the academic marketplace. The academic marketplace, which is the southern... Yeah, the quad.
Yes, everyone's playing Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah. The academic quad. But let's call it the scholarly marketplace. The scholarly marketplace, which is the southern marketplace near the summit, which you kind of know at the southeast part of this marketplace. There's a little alleyway that leads to, for Issa, who's never seen this before, it looks like this longhouse, like this stone longhouse almost, that has 2 entrances. One that seems to have this large guy who looks like just like your regular old run-of-the-mill bouncer. This bouncer is in front of what looks like a double door that seems to be this like tavern. Like you see kind of like the lattice windowed, regular run-of-the-mill tavern, even though it's in a dark alleyway. And off to its like connecting right, it looks like this might be like a side house or something that has a very small door, no windows, and standing in front of it is this kind of like ratty looking guy who just is standing in front of this like wooden door. Just kind of standing out there, maybe like smoking a cigarette or something, not really paying attention. No one seems to be coming up to him. You just see a lot of people going up to the bouncer and being let in or let out, whatever. everybody else who's been here before knows, you see you all see this, but everybody else who's been here before, you're kind of just walking forward. But Issa, you see this like kind of larger sign that looks like text that is in this basket on a sign, and it says the June box. Do you walk up to the June box, or are you guys walking up to Scraggleman?
Yeah, I think Scraggleman.
I was gonna say I'm just going up. I'm just trying to get in as quick as I can, so I'm walking that way.
If you're going straight up to the guy standing in front of the door, he'll let you in. But I guess we'll do this. What is the order of walk? What is the walking order? Because the moment Issa comes up, he's not going to want to let Issa in.
Yeah.
I'm probably going first.
And I'm right behind Wash.
Yeah, and I think Shay with Terrence is right behind Codex and one.
And then Wash behind them?
Yep.
All right.
All bad for Issa.
Well, so everybody but before Wash will walk in. The moment that you're there, Wash, and then Issa's like visible kind of behind you, he'll just point and just shake his head no.
No, she's good.
He's just staring at you.
You got some problem with her?
He just stares at you.
See your manager. Somebody go get Carlisle up here, if possible.
You got it.
Alright, so we're gonna sit in the bar for a bit. It seems like there's some issues.
Okay.
Are you guys continuing forward, or are you guys stopping?
I'll go find Carlisle. I'll look for
We
Carlisle.
don't even know if Carlisle's back.
I'm still going. I'm not paying.
You're still going?
Yeah.
You don't know if Darian's down there.
Yeah.
Remember the last time you guys saw Darian was right outside these doors, and Darian was like, I have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Darian's like, hold on, wait a minute.
I forget the name of the cool hipster bouncer.
I did too.
I'm following one.
All right. So we're splitting the party, is what you're saying. Are you still going down too, or are you stopping?
I'm gonna keep going down. I figure, because I don't know if Carlisle is back yet either, but I'm like, hey, if I talk to Big T or somebody down there, I could probably get Issa in.
All right.
So.
All right. So the three of you go.
And I
ahead.
can let Terrence go rest in a bed down there.
Okay. Yeah. So the three of you will go down there. So Wash and Issa, then you guys turn around and go straight to. I don't know if you know this, Wash, but do you know anything about the Scraggler guy, or do you think you would know anything about the Scraggler guy? I bet couples.
I don't think
He doesn't have a
so.
tongue.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I was like, the reason why he's not. I mean, he is rude, but he also just doesn't have a tongue. Like, so,
You're being rude. Don't look at me in that tone of voice, please.
Watch your look.
I'm sensing some attitude, and it's gonna stop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut it down now.
All right. So yeah, then you guys turn around and you guys kind of go up to this bouncer who kind of just like nods, seeing Wash, and like is fine with Issa and lets you into the June box. The best way I can describe this tavern to you, Issa, it's kind of like almost like a speakeasy, kind of like a ye old speakeasy. A lot of like what looks like rich. I'll just say like I don't want to say like business people. What's the best word? Like rich
Merchants.
Aristocracy.
like slummy or aristocracy people who are in there. There's no specific gender, but they kind of sit there and you'll see like what looks like more scantily clad people, maybe sex workers are kind of coming in. So like they'll be like sitting next to them and having a drink with them. Like there's obviously the people who have money and the people who are
There for drinks.
attending to those people who have money. At the middle of this tap room, you do see what looks like this center bar that has these two very beautiful lizard folk women. One that is a stark green, one that is a stark yellow. They look like their features all look the same. They must be related in some way. They both have like these blue eyes, very stark, pretty blue eyes, and they both seem to recognize Wash.
They always know what time it is.
They always know what time it is. Yeah, they do always know what time it is.
Really with their powers combined.
They kind of like nod to Wash and kind of like make a kind of hand symbol to, as if like asking you, do you want the same you always get? Do you like raise for a 2 of that?
Yeah.
Okay. And they kind of go back and start making drinks.
One specifically.
They're for me.
Yeah, 2 both for me.
Yeah. So you guys sit down at the bar. One of them, she kind of like comes up to you and says, "What can I get you?" Staring at you, Issa.
Whatever he is having.
Oh, so 2. Okay.
There we go.
No, 3. And then Issa's like, no, 4. If he's having 2, then I want 2 as well.
Yes.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Throwing it back.
And she kind of like goes back to kind of make these drinks. So she brings what looks like 4 almost like whiskey glasses that she kind of puts 2 in front of each of you with.
Thanks, how much I owe you?
It's on the house.
Alright.
How much do I owe you?
On the house, darling.
Wow.
Oh, thanks. And Issa winks and then leaves it at that.
What are the names of
Oh.
these little...
I
little
have
ladies?
it on my computer, actually. I do have notes.
I know, I
Disa
wait
is the
to
green
see
one,
you.
Dasa is the yellow one.
Decent Dasa.
Disa and
Disa
Dasa.
and Dasa.
Yeah, Disa and Dasa, green and
Disa
yellow.
nuts and Dasa.
Shut the
Disa,
fuck
nuts,
up!
and Dasa.
You're out of Kipping!
Ah, Terrence is dead! It was working!
She's like, ah.
I think Issa's at the bar, kind of looking ahead, taking sips of the drink, and she's kind of like, does Terrence pass out a lot after he, drinks?
I've known him for like a week.
Oh my god, that's right.
It's been more time than that, hasn't it?
It's been like a little bit over a week, but
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
We were gonna start a bar together.
Terrence wakes up and is like, it's actually been more than that.
I mean, nothing to you.
So yeah, I'm not entirely sure on that. You can talk right now. It's just when we eventually get in the other place is when you don't want to talk about things.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're okay, and I'm glad that everyone else is okay, and I hope that Terrence will be okay. And she takes another sip of her drink. She's a little, first also, Issa is, very much so wrapped in her cloak because she is bleeding a lot. She did not heal herself, she healed 3 other people, so she is, fully just, trying to, hide how injured she is and is, taking sips of the drink and doesn't want people in the bar to know. She doesn't much care if Wash knows because, obviously they fought together, but she's trying to, image management kind of thing.
She's like, I'm cool, guys, I'm cool.
So you've only known Terrence for, a week? How did you, join up with this party?
I don't know, kind of just started. I've been working with one for a while. And then things happened that forced us to work together. Terrence ran through the city as a fucking monster. So, I guess that's why he's here.
Oh, geez. I didn't know that. But, he seems, I don't know, when he's Terry, that's not good, but when Terrence is here. Or am I mixing them up?
No, Terry's stupid. Terrence is normal.
yeah, Terry Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Terry's the
sorry.
big boy. Terrence is the little one.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. Issa's just kind of Terrence seems nice enough, but I don't know. I don't like the serums. He explained it to me, and it makes sense, and I know it wasn't his intention to make something that, was used for such purposes, but I don't like when he drinks them. And she takes another sip of her first drink, because she has the second one on deck.
Not double fisting yet.
I mean, he's allowed to do what he wants with his body if anyone likes it or not.
Yeah.
She's just like,
Wow,
turns to
Lisa's
us.
problematic.
I'm not trying to release anyone's body.
He could be putting poison straight in him, and it's not on us to tell him no.
As he takes another shot.
As long as he doesn't hurt anyone else with that decision, that's fine. His body, his choice.
Yeah.
You're backtracking.
Yeah,
Backpedaling.
Wait.
yeah, it's not his choice.
I don't honestly really care. I hurt people with my hands. So does Z. What?
As long as you can control it. I mean, like you said, you're allowed to do whatever you want.
So sorry to eavesdrop. You hear from like this person who's sitting next to, probably on the right side of or left side of Issa. Just has like dark, long, raven black hair. And kind of like turns her head to like look at you both. So you're not all dead yet, are you?
Excuse you?
Excuse me? Oh, sorry. Aletha.
Watch.
And who's this?
A friend?
Hmm.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
You do pretty well, actually.
Oh, I'm gonna look at the eye.
Yeah, as you're looking, you're trying to figure it out looking at the eye, and then, like, you just see her wink her right eye to show her left more, and she goes, yes, Wash. I was hoping you would meet me I thought I told one of you to meet me here. I've been coming for the last 2 days, not long.
Okay. I mean, you gave us a week or two as the time.
I think 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so we're early.
So, wonderful. Who's this and where are the rest?
Oh, the rest are already in. The bouncer was giving Issa some issues.
Issa.
Wash Issa's like rolling her eyes because every single time we have these problems, she's like, "Don't give out our real names," and every single time someone does.
Yes.
I mean, she called him Wash first. And so.
Yeah, I mean, Wash said we could talk in here, but clearly that was a lie.
No, you can. Before I continue speaking to you, not that I'm trying to give you any ill will or rudeness, is this an okay or a not okay? Kind of throwing up the okay symbol to you.
It's fine for right now.
For right now, is this a fair-weathered person?
I just met them a couple days ago. They saved our ass a couple times, though.
Issa like puts out her hand and she's like, "Issa, nice to meet you."
She shakes your hand back. Issa, make a perception check. No, make an investigation check. I'm lying to you. Nope. Make an insight check.
20. Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, you kind of notice her eyes start to glow as if she's like making them glow. And in her left eye, for like a brief second, the purple, you see what looks like a lighter, like let's say it's like a darker hue purple. You see what looks like almost like if they lighten the color just a little bit, what looks like a lighter version of that purple as a triangle around her iris for like 1 second. She like looks at you and says, "That's a big deal." But I think you will be pleased to know that I didn't give you my real name, so at least I worked in your favor. Well, yeah, I worked in your favors.
Okay, what was the triangle that was in your eye?
You kind of watch as her face kind of like almost like mystique shifts for a second, and you see what looks like gray under her and then completely white eyes. Would you know what a changeling is?
I say yes.
Okay, so then you would know that whoever this person is a changeling, and then they just gave you their tell. Me showing you that means that I'm giving some trust in what this person says, pointing at Wash, which means I'm putting trust in you, which means if we can put trust in you, then easy enough, I can get you through the door, can't I?
Yeah.
That would be lovely, Aletha.
Aletha. And she has like such like a sweet perfume. It smells like as she kind of leans into the side of your ear, Issa, and she goes, "But my real name's Darian." And then she just kind of like puts her finger up to her lips and kind of like comes back and like kind of smiles and winks.
Yeah, Issa winks back. Easy.
Hey.
Get in line.
Yeah.
Right.
You wink back and she kind of like she kind of goes, "Ooh." That would be a problem if Kitten sees it, but let's go.
What?
As we're walking down the stairs, Kodak's just like, "So why does Darren call you baby girl?"
Aletha kind of like stands up and then says, "Well, I need to speak with all of you because I have some very interesting information that I got from my little trip to the 11th.
Fun.
Did they just go down?
Yeah.
Okay. Leave your drinks or take them, but you can't take the
Shoot him.
Decent also will pay you back. We're taking the glasses. And she kind of just grabs her whiskeys or whatever they are and kind of turns around and walks. Probably by this point, you guys are like almost all the way down at the bottom of the stairs. You probably hear one in your head. You just hear, "Kitten, hold on."
I'm fixing my dog. I kind of like keep moving.
So for Issa, you watch as soon as you walk through these doors. Like you kind of follow Aletha up to that person that was standing in front of the door, and they talk with that person for like maybe a minute, keeping you and Wash back, and then you just kind of see them stare at you every so often, and then stare at you, this person without a tongue, and then they kind of nod and then let you in on Aletha's word. As soon as you all three of you walk into the door, you watch as Aletha, very X-Men movie Mystique, kind of like Jacob Ladders into this changeling. And then on the left of the wall that you get in, it's like this like dark, dank wall you walk into. There seems to be a whole grid of what look like tongues stapled or nailed into the wall. Darian gives you this very quick, well, Aletha, but they said Darian. Darian gives you this quick like rundown, just saying, "I've done this many times, I'm just going to keep doing it because we'll just get through it quick. Please don't ask questions like the rabbit girl." Just nod and pretend like you understand. Basically, they kind of go into this entire description of like, there is a city under the city, there are little pockets where crime is done, that's what happens, blah, 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 blah. You can only go in if someone who is higher up and respected by like the door watchers gives you the okay to go in. And then they explain, if you rat out a pocket, points like says, "Remember the tongues? That'll be yours." Like basically, and every other pocket has different things. So they kind of give this whole rundown. But eventually, you get to this spiral staircase that goes all the way down. That kind of has grates on the side, so you can kind of see as you kind of descend into what looks like this like dark, constant pitch black city underneath you that's lit up by what we called on the first episode fantasy neon. Most likely, it's made of some type of like some type of like bioluminescent mushroom or something. But it's
Shake fireflies.
shake fireflies and they'll light it up. But it's like this like almost arcane Zarn-esque undercity. Obviously there's the pockets, but people call it Merkside. But as you descend the stairs, you see your party still waiting there for you as Darian walks straight up to one and just goes, "What the fuck did you do?"
I wasn't even there for half of it.
No, I mean V2.
I kind of like turn and look at the unconscious Terry or Terrence. I like shake my I like kind of like breathe a heavy sigh and shake my head. Seems Vorano's got eyes in a lot of places.
They kind of like take your collar and kind of like lead you a bit away from the group. I want everybody else to roll, that's awake, I want everybody else to roll a perception check.
15.
13. My passive is 15, if that matters.
That does matter.
12.
12. What's your passive? Is it higher?
12.
Is your passive higher than what you got?
No, I got 15.
15. Codex.
21.
Nice.
Gotcha. Everybody but Wash will hear this then, which Wash wouldn't really care. Because Darian's not being too discreet, but Darian kind of pulls one forward and then goes, so I heard that a group of people, now called the Fated Fates, went to your home?
I didn't go. They seem fine. They didn't get involved with that.
Okay then, come on, children, let's go. They kind of like lead you down into this like bioluminescent like criminal circuit area. They kind of like start saying, "So how'd you get involved with all of this, tiefling?"
I am part of the Adventuring Guild.
Okay, and you've made a name for yourselves, the Fated Fates.
Well, it was before she joined, but yeah.
I mean, I just joined. I'm just kind of, Sham assigned me to this group to keep a watchful eye, I guess, but I'm not much older, if at all. I might be younger, actually. I don't know.
age is but a number, and also I would say you all are pretty faded right now at death's door, so let's just get in. You watch as they go to what looks like this giant high-rise, which everybody else would know as the Lost and Found, as you go to like the bottom floor into like what looked like this very like, criminal syndicate tavern, basically. As you walk in, there's this one guy who's kind of standing there. He has like this man bun and kind of like gruff beard, just like this white human guy, and he's just like, "Oh, you guys are who's this?" And like pointing at Issa, and then you see what looks like this like small little gnome, that, a little bit older, has like tufts of pink and white hair. Goes, "Who the fuck is this now? Why are you always bringing someone in here?"
Big T!
Oh, hi Shay. Darian kind of looks at Big T and says, "It's fine." Fine. Like, and kind of like goes behind the tavern and shuts what looks like this like kind of fluorescent white door.
Is it a little door inside a big door?
Issa will not talk to anyone except Darian or the other party members since we've gotten in here. Yeah.
Yeah, Darian will lead you in. Who needs rest? Who needs to have a little bit of a nice soak in a bath or something?
Oh, I'm getting a drink. Terrence is somewhere.
Yeah, Terrence is gone.
I guess I'm gonna rest. You
Okay.
don't need me? You don't need me. Alright.
Well, wait. No, I guess I will wait till this one's awake, because this one...
Always a joy.
Where is their money?
Their money?
Can you get their money, please? Sure.
Of course.
You kind of just like quick shift through your pocket and pull out the coin. And Darian just takes this coin, brings it all to a table, and dumps it on the table. I would say your eyes, sweetheart, but you can't see things very well. Codex. Can you do some magic and look at these things in front of you? Make an Arcana check.
She like is in the middle of like rebraiding her hair and she's like, okay, and she like quick clicks it closed. Before I tell you the result, could she just kind of like look at Darian and give like a little like squint and just be like, why?
Tiefling, you must have abilities to look. Can you also look? Shay, you too. Why
Yeah,
do you all
Shay's
look?
100% Yeah.
Just look it.
Shay got a 16.
16, what'd you get?
A 5.
Issa?
I just got an 11. I don't really have a great Arcana.
That's okay.
Oh my god,
I have
no, wait,
Divine
neither do I.
Sense. I have Divine Sense, which I'm willing to cast.
Yeah. No. So you needed a 10. So you and Shay will both be able to see it. Codex, you see nothing, and then
I have a -1 to Arcana. Like, she's not good at magic.
Darren just kind of goes, "Aren't you a sorcerer?"
What? No. I mean, kind of.
Shut up!
It
Shut
just
up! Shut up!
happens.
Shut up!
It
Just
just
shut up!
no. It just happens. I didn't study anything.
Shh! Shh! You two. Yeah, whatever. My mistake. Looking at Issa and Shay. You can both say yes. You see something. Do you both see this?
Absolutely. I think Shay like went and got like a tankard of meat, and she glances back in her eyes, sees the flash thing, and she just like sees all the coins and is like, huh.
You see on how much gold do you have?
I have 173 gold pieces.
How much did you gain from the beginning of the campaign? From the Red Raven Adventuring Guild? Like 150?
I think it was 150.
Yeah, I spent some of it.
Yeah.
And I had some already.
Yeah. I'll say several, a little bit more than 10, seem to be marked with this arcanic V on it. Someone has been keeping tabs on someone through these coins.
How fascinating.
So we get rid of them. I don't see the issue. I'm asleep.
So,
Shay's definitely like slowly separating them from the rest of the group as she's like sipping.
do you, like, looking over at Issa, like, Darren just kind of looks at you. Are you caught up on, like, all of what's happening with this Vorano person?
I think I have a pretty good understanding. I've seen his men and women and people in action.
Good, I like you already. It's great. Some of you, looking at unconscious Terrence, Codex, not as much. I'm going to go upstairs and we will reconvene when that one wakes up. Get rid of those coins, please.
You got it.
And Darian just like takes one's hand and drags one into the elevator.
So I lost about 10 gold.
23.
I lost 23 gold?
Yep.
Damn.
We don't have to do this now, but Shay is definitely going to plant all of those on other people in the, like, sunny side, so that if they're still tracking them, it'll be in multiple...
Do you want to do that like during the evening?
Yeah.
Is there anything anybody wants to do before we do that?
I just have a question.
I have an answer.
I have to be asleep for 9 hours, and then I also have to take a long rest, because that doesn't count as restful sleep.
It's like a full
being
day.
unconscious.
Correct.
So.
Yep.
So it'll be a while.
I think Issa would have dumped out her money and is making sure that she's not being tracked as well.
Yeah. If you check yours, does anybody else want to check theirs as well? Or like have Issa or Shay check theirs?
Issa will probably ask people if they could check, if she can check it. She wouldn't force people to give it to her, but she'd like to check everyone's.
Yeah. I'll check mine.
I'm being dragged away.
Yeah, I'm sure Darren will check.
As you ask Codex to check her, she's like, I don't have any of mine, and she just kind of, you see her like she kind of like runs like an arm across her eyes, and you could tell she like had kind of teared up from Darian yelling at her. And she's like, I'm gonna go, just clean up, and she's gonna head towards like the baths.
Oh, okay.
Do you want company?
No,
Issa will try.
she's just
Okay.
walked away.
And yeah, Issa will let her.
No one else's gold is tampered with. You
Great.
don't know if Codex's was, but I know you're like in a very emotional state, but you can probably assume it's not because you never got money from Vorano.
Right, 'cause
I mean, you can have that worry if you want that worry, but you've never received money from Vorano, so you can assume not.
Yeah, I think she'll worry about it just because it's like one of those things, but like I don't think logically she's like, I don't think it's probably stuff that Terrence got from Vorano.
Yeah. We're going to pick up with Shay. It is going to be the nighttime, or like afternoon time where you guys are having your rest. So if there's anything anybody wants to do while you're still in the Lost and Found. So Shay, you went back up to Sunnyside, right?
Yeah, I took all of the Vorano tracking coins and slipped back upstairs in the dead of night. Ultimately, what I want to kind of do is sneak around a bit and find kind of good targets to plant these coins on. So, like, I kind of want to chill and, like, eavesdrop near, like, a group of, like, frat bros or something and see if any of them are kind of shitty and, like, drop a few in, like, one of their purses and then, like, hop on over and, like, just anybody that I feel like would be a good target for Verano's wrath, if anything.
Gotcha. And you have 23.
Mm-hmm.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Oh, nat 20!
Nice. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you probably drop a pretty good amount. Let's say you get down to 5. So just like any of the like frat boys, just passerbys.
Yeah, just I want to kind of spread them out, maybe like 3 to 5 in like 8 different people's pockets, just to kind of send out a bunch of drones, basically, so
Gotcha.
that they'll be busy for a while. And nothing on any like innocents because I don't know exactly who Vorano would send. But yeah, anybody that seems kind of shitty.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
One old lady.
I'm just like,
As you're kind of like wandering around, like sleuthing through, why don't you roll? No, what is your passive perception? I'm sorry.
14.
14. Okay. Probably an hour passes, probably about 9 p.m. As you're kind of like, you're probably slinking through alleyways and such.
Yeah, definitely shadow gating.
Cool. Okay, yeah. Let's say you have 3 left. As you like kind of like are slinking through and shadow gating through the different alleyways, at a point, you stop at an area. I would say you probably travel really far north through. So you probably can do, like I said, through an hour. And shadow gating, you can kind of pretty fast.
Yeah.
I would say you probably get central 3rd Precinct, which is a little bit closer to the southern part of the Arts District. There is this area that you've been near before that, there's I'll say it's like a trades den. So the closest to black market trading, like the pockets, but above ground.
Weenies. They're weenies because they think they're hard, but they're not. 'Cause they're I'm sorry.
Right. You notice someone familiar that walks into this den. This den is called Teeters, like kind of like teetering. What are you gonna say? Just say it.
I didn't say anything. It's just a funny word.
Teeters?
It's the way you said it. teeters.
Teeters, yeah.
What was it?
It's like Hooters, but for titties. Hooters.
Teeters.
Out! Out of the campaign, both of you! Get out!
Thank you for supporting me.
Yeah, but you know it's called teeters.
Yeah.
So it's called! Listen,
I get it.
Yeah. You notice what looks like a more feminine figure walking into it, and she has kind of like right under the ear length red hair, orange hair, and what looks like goggles on her head, and kind of like more probably more mask clothes that she's wearing, and kind of has her pockets in, and she kind of like walks in. She doesn't take note of you, but you, obviously, me describing this, you take note of her.
Absolutely.
But if I was like, this whole thing, you don't see it though.
Mwahaha.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I'm actually forgetting her name. Is it? Thank you.
She walks in, so you're probably like across the street in an alley and like looking at teeters. You probably see that whole thing of like, oh, I want to see someone walking in.
Yeah. I want to see if I can like kind of shadow gate directly behind her shoulder inside after I like sneak in.
Oh, you can sneak in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Make a stealth check. Nice. I'll fix you too, just in case you. Nope, that's not it at all. That's autocorrect's really hurt me right now.
Oh no.
There you go.
I got a math again. 22 stealth.
22. Okay, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Let me change the music. Yeah, so you probably like kind of like quickly shadowgate behind her, or like right into the door when she opens it. She has a pretty fast walk to herself as she kind of like walks in. And it's probably like this. You remember it's this long dark hall, and there's usually like some bouncer. You have to just pay a fee to get in.
Cover charge.
Basically.
Nice.
But she's just kind of walking forward. She didn't take note of you shadowgating. Because there's no noise to it.
No. I think I would fall into line with her actually. But yeah. Been a while.
Shay, what the fuck are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing, no?
She kind of sighs and she just like kind of like stops herself, kind of like she's probably like 10 steps for a second, then like just like lets her body kind of fall, and her eyes probably are a little bit wider, and she just kind of like lets her like brow fall into more of a oh my god, like kind of like I haven't seen you in what, like almost a year?
Something like that. What is time anymore, really?
What are you doing here?
Honestly, you know me. I've just been bopping around here and there, and this is just where I ended up tonight. How about you?
You must really think I'm an idiot, don't you?
Never, darling.
Well, then let's not play this pretend game of not knowing intelligence. Obviously, you're going around doing something, Shay Erebos.
Always. You know I like to keep busy.
Yes, you like to keep busy. Do you have a reason to go into teachers, or is this just a tap on the shoulder, hello, hello?
It was going to be a tap on the shoulder, hello, hello, but I am actually curious to see beyond these doors. May I join you?
Tell me what you're doing, and sure.
Well, I have 3 coins left that I would like to get rid of somewhere, and I think this would be a good spot for it.
Can I see them?
You can see them right here in my hand.
I thought we were friends, Shay. We can trust each other.
To a point.
She kind of mulls over. She's like thinking, and she kind of gets like this little grin. Like this is obviously like you've done this tango with Clay before. I mean, well, if you want to get in and know what I'm doing, I think fair is fair to change this exchange of knowledge.
She takes one of the coins and puts her arm around Clea's shoulder and like drops it in her hand from the other side.
She kind of like looks at it. It's a marked coin.
Correct, from Vorano.
Who's Vorano?
Somebody who's been causing trouble and tracking a friend of mine because who knows why. I don't know. He keeps sending burly men towards us, so one punch after the other.
Burly men?
Burly men, mm-hmm.
Like what happened at the... And she kind of like probably puts it back in your hand. Like what happened at the graduation a week ago?
Exactly that.
Is Vorano that Vidalkin?
He is. Do you know him?
I know of him. I know a pretty good amount about the Echo Chamber. That's where you usually frequent, yes? Oh no, you were up with those thieves in the 11th, weren't you?
Oh, you know me. I get around.
Right. She kind of like, again, she like moves forward as if to follow, like kind of gestures to follow, and then she stops and turns back and looks at you again. We'll get into it when we get inside. And you kind of watch as she walks forward and gets up to this bouncer who just looks like this like kind of regular old elf, just kind of like sitting there. Probably has to be like a younger elf, probably only like 110. It doesn't look like they're necessarily an elder, if you will. And Clea just quickly puts down something on a piece of parchment and then folds it and puts it in front of the elf. He picks it up, quickly reads it, looks at both of you. 2 hours. Oh, that's more than last time. Let's go in. And she kind of leads you into this, like, you remember it's kind of like this, like, crime den. Very dark, lit by purples and reds. It looks like what used to probably be some type of maybe office, like business office of affairs. But it's kind of been renovated out to look like a makeshift, not tap room, I won't say, but there is a place to lounge, as well as there's like these long walls that have all these doors that are like these like small meeting rooms that you've probably been in before that have like velveteen booths and like a table between where people will meet on either side for whatever purposes. Clea will bring you in and sit you just at one of the lounge places as she kind of like calls over her clerk. What do you want? Anything?
Oh, I'll take a house special.
2 house specials and yeah, and you see like another note comes out of Clea's one of like her many pockets. Yeah. She wears almost like these overalls that have like pockets and pockets. Takes off her jacket and just to show her bare arms that have tats all over. And most of the tats look like keys and or writings. Yes. And then there is one that's really special that's like kind of like in her inner right arm that looks like this large axe. There's also one that looks like just like on her like left wrist that looks like a nose with whiskers, like a cat nose with whiskers. But she kind of like sits back, puts her jacket onto the chair, and as she does that, she pulls something out of the inner pocket of her jacket and kind of slips it under what looks like under the tray into the hand. Got it. And kind of slips it there, and then asks for the 2 house specials. So, Vorano, tell me about him.
I don't know much, honestly. I do know that he held a now friend of mine captive for quite a while and tried to get some sort of odd, I'm going to say arcane mixture out of them to make his muscle bigger.
So it's a potion?
Seems to be, yes. It has mixed or varying degrees of potency, longevity, all of that. I've seen a few different colours from it as well, so I think different people are trying different concoctions.
What kind of magic is it?
Couldn't tell you.
Well, I know the Verdolphin has been wandering the third a lot. It's actually been in here before. I'm not really following him, but I can give you... We can do a little quid pro quo if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay, well then I'll need a little bit of help from you.
Always.
What have you been up to?
Not too much. It seems my past couple of weeks have been a lot more exciting than I would expect them to be. I mean, I was helping Elena with her speech, and then all of a sudden chaos ensued, and I knew she would be safe, so I listened to someone that asked me to protect a friend of theirs, and I've been protecting them ever since, and ended up protecting others too.
Don't mean to worry you, but I did happen by something that I found quite precarious in the ninth. And she kind of pulls something out from another pocket. And everything seems to be very, like she knows exactly. It's not like she's, like looking around. Like, she's like, it's in this pocket. This is in this pocket. And she, like the overalls are almost like cargo overalls. Yes. Like, she knows where everything is. And they're all buttoned, too, so it's not like something just a quick slip. Yeah. Like, you'd have to, like, unwrestle, like, I think probably 3 buttons each. And she just instead to go... But she takes out, like, what looks like the classic, like, wanted poster parchment that she hands to you to open. And if you open it, it's this crude, like, mock-up of everybody but one.
Amazing.
It's just, like, basically reads, not exactly, but basically reads some type of, like rogue party goers. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
party crashers.
Yeah.
Are we in the like sketch or whatever? Are we in our fancy outfits?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And you point out the one that looks like you. They don't look exactly.
Yeah.
But like, and of course it's all the sepia parchment, but it's black and white ink. They have a white streak, but it's like not where your white streak is. But it's like, you know what I mean.
The only thing is just like giant.
Yeah, it's like
tits.
giant tits, and it's like a crude mock-up of you four.
Amazing.
Not you said not one.
Yeah.
I would say the most detailed person is Terrence.
Yeah. As the Rat King.
You're a liability.
You
Yeah.
are.
We knew this.
Such a liability.
From
Should
the
never
beginning.
rescue you from the...
The clutches in your hand.
Shay definitely laughs as soon as she sees it. May I take this?
Sure.
Excellent.
I don't really need it. I just thought it was interesting and thought maybe I'd have to find you and take you out of a prison or something. Glad to see you safe.
For now, at least. Yes, that was quite the interesting one. I only remember about half of it, so I'm sure they'll be filled in later.
So, why the Vidalcan? Just the serum thing?
Just the serum, as far as I can tell.
And we're choosing a moral compass good side of helping the poor unfortunate people who were killed at a graduation? Or is there more to it?
You know, there's always more to it.
Anything of note?
Nothing I can quite make tangible yet. Let's just say I'm intrigued about the things that have been unlocked along this journey with these individuals.
I was about to say, I never really saw you the type that would link up with some others. More than one, at least.
Correct.
Unless it was some type of sexual escapade.
Also correct, you know me too well. And it is new for me as well. But thus far interesting, and you know as soon as it ceases to be interesting, I'm sure we'll meet again in a far more roguish area.
Well, the Vidalcan kind of somehow goes into my research currently because I'm trying to find out more about this person, and she takes out another parchment, same thing, just, and like pulls out a piece of paper, and you see a crude drawing of somebody that looks like Balthazar.
Ah, now this one has interested me as well, but I don't know his whole story. What do you know of him?
I know he somehow has some type of relationship regarding to the bull of the Naramont Society.
Interesting.
And a lot of disappearances.
Around him? Fascinating. Any similarities between the individuals that go disappearing?
I wouldn't say anything necessarily similar, but I would say that there is a trail of blood.
Isn't there always?
Or less of a trail, but more of like a pool left where missing persons go.
I see. And what brought him on your radar to begin with?
Well, I was curious about, let's say, some historical things.
Yes.
And found out a little bit of information that he has some connection to another group that seems to be... She kind of takes like a quick look around to see if anyone can hear her or not. And she like probably whispers this a little closer. People who are looking for a coup in the Berg, I think, from what I can figure out.
I see.
Something about the city of Pompeii. Some city that was in the wilds, apparently, and used to flourish a few hundred years ago, and people want revenge on the Berg. Or something.
Oh, so have they embedded themselves in here to try and arise?
Well, they call themselves martyrs, so...
Interesting. Are you trying to stop them or help them?
I don't know yet. I'm not usually one who intervenes more, just tries to get the knowledge that I can.
Fair.
Like my father in that way. But I'm curious about this Balthazar. And I'm curious about his connection to the bull.
I'm intrigued to learn more about him as well. Do you think he's here?
Well, I do think that some of his underlings are here. And they seem to have some connection to the Vidalcan. I just know he has... Let's say they've shaken hands.
I see. And with those two, a handshake can mean many things.
Is this stirring trouble for the pocket?
Very much so.
Interesting.
Seems it hasn't ended anytime soon.
Well, I'll tell you what. With your adventuring party,
Yes.
I'll see what I can find out here tonight. I should probably fly solo, just because I'm not usually the type to bring a friend.
Understandable.
Do you want to find out more about Balthazar?
I do.
As do I. I want to find out more about this Vidalkin. I'll see what I can find out here tonight. Why don't you and your entourage meet me at my... Have you been to my apartment here?
I've not.
Okay. It's right north of the museum. You'll see it, red door on the outside. Right by one of the river streams. Can't miss it.
Excellent.
Meet me here tomorrow. I'll tell you what I figure out, and then whatever information you can give me of the pocket. From Vidalkin, what's going on down there, I mean.
Absolutely.
We'll trade.
Sounds like a plan. Would you like to keep one of these coins for knowledge?
I'm not going to take a marked thing like that, Shay.
Fair enough.
Remember what I said? We're both intelligent, just very differently. I'm not going to fall for that. And then probably at that point, the servant comes back with a drink and says, do you still want it, or can I double fist?
Enjoy. I'll go on outside and get something else.
Then I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. And she kind of like just dumps it, because it's like, like whiskey glass that
Yeah.
filled a certain amount, and she kind of takes the ice cube out and fills it all the way to the top and drinks it. As you kind of just saunter out.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And you're just heading right back down.
Yeah, I'm gonna head right back out and
Oh yeah, the three
get
of us
rid of the
then.
last few coins.
If you want to take a walk in there for a second and drop anybody in there as well. That's
Yes, I would love to. I would actually like to drop them on 3 different people in there.
fine. Okay.
One on each.
Anybody specifically? I'm still taking your natural 20 from before. So
Great. Love that. I want to make it 3 different tables, so ideally 3 different social groups, so it'll spread out even further.
yeah, probably if you do that, if you turn to see if Clea takes note of it, she's just kind of shakes her head whatever, not my business.
I give her a little wink before I go.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else anybody else is doing during this time down in the echo chamber? Excuse me.
Yeah.
I will probably be fixing V2 unless Darian takes more of my time.
No.
Okay, cool, good. Then yeah, I'm going to fix up V2, and also, this is gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna lay out the assortment of body parts that I have accumulated from the rat heart and lung to the muscle, and look at the blood. And I'm gonna kind of, for now, I'm gonna put those aside. I'm also gonna let Darian know that I have that blood and that muscle. I don't know if they want to take it.
Yeah, they're probably what is all of this?
Some of it is for research, some of it is from one of the people that thing that attacked us. It didn't shrink like the other ones, so I...
Okay, well, this will be interesting to look at.
Oh, also probably, I'm no longer, I'm not in the armory now, and I'm bruised and cut up to all hell, so Darren's probably oh my god, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Darian's probably patching, as you're patching up V2, Darian's probably attending to you.
Aw.
And it's I'm not even paying attention. I'm probably just in it, full manic.
Gotcha. Darian's probably patching you up a little bit, and then just kind of I think what we're getting into is a little bit bigger than we maybe have expected, but I guess that it goes into all of it. Vorano is just a pawn in all of this. I know you probably know that by this point, but they want to kill the rat one.
Hadn't we known that they wanted him dead from the very beginning, since he left?
Oh, yes, but now I have a bit more information for why they want him dead. And it's not necessarily just that they left the group, but it's the higher-ups that are giving this one now.
So, even the higher-ups want him dead.
In a way.
Is that anything have to do with the fact that he can make things like these potions?
Not sure. Well,
Or somehow survive them?
I don't know, actually. And there's kind of this smile that just comes across Darian's face.
Probably I'm full manic building mode. I'm like looking at this. I kind of like look over. There's like a pause, and I kind of like probably like curse a little bit to myself as I'm like looking over. As like probably like stab my hand a little bit. I look at the muscle in the blood vial and kind of like slink back a little bit and just say, "I wish Hezro was here. He would know what to do."
So you didn't go home?
No. You think I would go home?
I mean, that's good, I guess, because if you were home, she would recognize you, but I don't know. Would she recognize you by your suit?
Not by the suit.
Though I doubt you'd ever be allowed to go into a gala looking like that.
Exactly.
Have they seen you yet? The others?
Shay and Wash, obviously, have. But that's it.
Did you check them? Are they okay? The necks, I mean.
Necks are fine. Thank God. I think they didn't talk to her much.
You know her better than I do, obviously I've never met her. But do you think she would recognize them if they ran into her again?
It depends on how much she saw of them. I mean, I'm assuming because they made quite a scuff. I'm assuming that she would know.
Well, I'm sure she's probably racking her brain because she can't make another Adelaide out of 4 people. Be kind of hard to make duplicates of your new friends.
I think give it time. I think she's actually going to try to find us. But if she can't, she'll probably make fakes again. She can find enough people off at any moment.
Maybe steer clear of the 9th for a bit. All of you, specifically, but you. That would be bad. I found out some information the 11th about those who have been taken from the mishap at the graduation, like I said. I went to go research to see if any of my connections at the Onyx Obscurity might know where to find the ones held in contempt for their involvement at that graduation.
And you found some information?
I did. I always do.
She probably like smiles and like pushes part of her bang behind her ear. I guess you always do. Like she kind of like pauses and like that was probably like the first time she like looked away from something, and then she kind of like goes back to it.
Cool. Anybody else have anything they want to do?
I think Issa is taking the advice and time to rest up a little bit because they were almost dying.
You guys probably rest for the day, and if anybody goes to check on Terrence is like probably now it looks like sleeping and like before it just looked like Terrence is unconscious and like however you put down Terrence is how you put down Terrence, and there's probably like a little bit of wheezing to Terrence. But if someone goes back to check on him after the wheezing portion, it probably looks like he's like sleeping now, like they're fully asleep. So I would say like into the morning you probably wait until about let's say it was probably around the time of like 11 a.m. Terrence probably finally gets all the way up and is like has rested. Because if you would have got there around 6, 9 hours later would be that 3 a.m. plus 8 more, 11.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if you guys all kind of like gather into the tap room when Darian kind of brings you all there, Terrence will probably like, I'm sure, meander. There's probably a note that she's like, meet in the tap room.
Yeah.
Lots to discuss. And then you just see like the little tilde and a D for Darian.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Good morning, sleepyhead.
Good morning. Why y'all looking at me funny?
Is everyone ready to sit down, first of all?
I am. Okay.
We're already going.
We're already going.
Is Is everyone feeling rested, ready to indulge in some information dumping?
Oh, yes.
Alright.
Wash Issa Codex 1.
Do you need verbal confirmation?
I'd love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm sure you're caught all up to speed about everything, because you have a wonderful group of adventuring party mates, friends, whatever, that tell you everything, correct, Issa? Great. So you know everything that's going on. I'm so glad we're all on the same page. I went to the 11th when we all last saw each other to see if I could talk with a connection I have with the Onyx Obscurity to find out if any of the large, muscly men who attacked during the graduation that you four, pointing at Shay, One, Codex, and Wash, were at, had maybe been held in contempt there, have any information about any of what's going on, and I got to interrogate one of them.
Ooh, fun.
Well, yes, my interrogation skills are pretty subpar. Oh, no, not subpar. What's the word? Good. Whatever. My interrogation skills are pretty good.
Mediocre.
Well, I found a lot of information if you want to know them.
I would love to hear something
They're
from
not
your
mediocre.
exemplary skills.
Kind of like wags their finger like a you. Like,
By the way, this is a flavor thing, but if everyone else is sitting at the table, Shay is definitely sitting on a table nearby with her feet on a chair because...
hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, looks like we have Vorano. Kind of like looks over. Can you shut the door? And like Goresh, just shut the door if you would. And Goresh is like, all right. And when he shuts the door, you watch him like press something that like archaically shuts all the blinds and everything, like almost like lockdown.
Yes.
And Darian just kind of like looks at everybody else that is like in the tap room. You can leave, and they like go upstairs and talk or something, please. Thank you. And they all kind of like get out and go upstairs. So, handed a few things from this lovely cohort, who was actually much smaller than you, Terrence. So, you must have inspired a lot of people with your serum, because big boy when he was there, not very much when he was held in prison. Vorano is working for a man named Balthazar.
Right.
Balthazar de Marta, who is the sibling of Fiora de Marta, the bull of the Naramont Society.
Excellent.
So Vorano's a pawn, just getting supplied things, money, other poisons, and trying to disrupt. Vorano's doing what he usually does, which is disrupting the balance of flow that usually goes back, because T will then throw something back at him, but then T didn't have as much information of what's going on. So it's a bit more complicated, because it's not all underground like it usually is. Looks back at Issa. Most of the stuff that we do is underground and kept underground. When we delve with the uppers, not great. Especially when we're dealing with a bull.
Especially that bull.
I can only assume that Balthazar and Fiora are working together since they're siblings. I could be wrong.
I mean, we saw them fighting at the gala.
Yeah, so I only got information about the gala from the person who wasn't present, so I'd love to get information from the people who are present. Or were present and are present here currently. I'm a little scatterbrained right now.
Found out Wash can dance.
Balthazar
Important
seemed to
thing.
take a liking to Codex.
That's correct. But who wouldn't? Everyone has a liking for Codex.
She's like not paying attention, and she's just sitting, she's like sitting there just like pushing food around on her plate with like a fork.
Darian's probably like, Codex, please.
Her ears like twitch as she like looks up. What?
Balthazar,
What about him?
what about, you tell me.
He's a scary guy that was at the dance, and I danced with him.
Oh, yes.
Did you talk while you danced?
Not much. He seemed... Well, I was kind of busy doing other stuff, like looking for, Viscera, but, we didn't talk a lot. He was fighting with the bull of the Naramont Society. for a while, and then he was sitting by himself, and he looked kind of bored, so I was like, why not? And I told him that we are mortal enemies, but I think I might be wrong. I'm not sure. But when I asked him while we were dancing, he didn't like that I wasn't fully paying attention to him because I was looking for us to not get killed by a bunch of people at the dance. He said that he was gonna remember me, and then I think he tried to do something to my brain, but he got kind of upset a little bit when I asked him if I had sent messages in his head, because the last person I talked to, I had talked to through message. I don't know.
What, like, kind of like waving their hands, what person did you talk with messages?
The creepy thing in the woods that was doing stuff with rats.
Waving the hands again, what creepy thing in the woods?
Do you not get updates from, like, the people that work for you, or like does one not send messages?
So you are the people currently who are working for me. And last time I saw you was when we walked up, and I said I have to go somewhere, so I need all the updates.
Oh, I thought you would have, like, more stuff to stay in contact with, like, One or Wash, like, for the whole time.
No.
Okay,
yes,
so
but not when I go to the
want-
Onyx Obscurity.
Okay, so with the rats and stuff, there was a job that we did where we found a bunch of, people were disappearing, and then I think it was you two, and she, like, points over at Shay and Terrence. They found, things in the trees that were full of goo that smelled bad, but when we went to the woods to track the thing, we found a cave, and the cave was really dark, and then something ran out of the cave, and then we ran back outside, but no one really saw it.
Codex, please.
You said you wanted information. This is the best way that I can do it. If you don't want me to tell you stuff, I can stop.
I don't want you to stop necessarily. I want you to give me the very, very abridged version with the main points that I need to know.
This is the abridged version.
Can you make it more abridged?
We went outside and I cast a message into the trees and something talked to me. There you go. That's the abridged version. Can I go now?
No. What's wrong? You're usually so peppy.
Right.
Issa just, like, shakes her head behind Codex, just like a, don't talk about it kind of thing.
Do you think this thing that was in the woods is connected to Balthazar?
I don't know.
It seems likely.
Maybe. Who knows? It said that we killed its pets, and then it was like, I won't forgive you, you're my enemies, you're all pale.
You're all pale.
Well, you said that Vorano's working with Balthazar.
That is correct.
Well, Vorano's goons, those weird flesh things that kind of disappeared.
Wait, what?
I was gonna say, did I
What are you- yeah, what are
notice?
you
Was I one of
talking
the people that noticed that they, like, kind of turned into the same gooey substance?
It was me and Wash, I think.
It was Codex and Wash, and from what you guys talked about last night, all Darian knows is about the gala, from what you heard.
Okay, well, yesterday we got jumped by Vorano's goons. You know those people who weren't as big as that?
The ones that
The
weren't
one that-
Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, Scott, whatever.
Yeah, right?
I thought you said Scott. I was like,
I
who the
did
fuck
too.
is Scott?
That's his birth name, actually. He wouldn't want me to tell you, but I guess it doesn't really
What?
fucking matter because I destroyed that guy.
Correct.
Alright, well, the smaller ones turned into weird fleshy masses.
Interesting.
Did it look like the same thing that you saw in the woods, Codex?
We saw it in the woods.
Okay.
That's what I was getting at.
So there's a connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they could be using that to enhance their version of the serum.
So, my thoughts are, since whatever that was talked to you in the woods, and those fleshy bags were missing, probably connected to this, so it's possible it could be Balthazar.
Do you think that the goons that were not Scar were even real people in the first place?
Good question.
Because they all, like, bit their lips and then disappeared, basically. That's what happened.
They bit their lips?
They bit their lips and this blue ooze came out and then they disappeared, but apparently they turned into ooze. Similar to the viscera that we found in the woods. If that's the case, were they even
humans to
begin with, or were they, like, basically meat puppets?
We're getting into necromancy, and I don't know
We don't know anything about Balthazar.
Darian raises their hand. Okay, here's what I can discern. None of that happened when you were at the graduation. Well, you weren't there. None of that happened when you were at the graduation, correct?
Correct. Very different.
Then I'd assume something with Balthazar. Vorano had his thing going on. Balthazar had his thing going on. Now it seems like they are using their own
resources
together.
Correct.
They've been combined. Okay.
Terrence raises his hand.
Terrence.
Both, I mean, I know that the gala was a thing for a lot of big names and big people, but the fact that Balthazar not being a bull, being involved in the gala and being around whatever her name was, the woman hosting the party, is she...
Yes.
Lady Seraphima Russo.
Yes.
Correct.
I feel like there may be... The fact that she's also looking for us, I'm wondering if there's any connections there too. I feel like this can be...
Don't go after Russo. Leave Russo out of this.
Yeah, she seems a bit...
I mean, I wasn't
point.
saying that, I'm just worried that these connections run deeper than we expect. Like, they...
Don't touch Lady Seraphima Russo.
I think Maud handled that one for us, so I don't think we need to worry about her, really.
Who's what?
Don't worry about it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Do you know what Balthazar is?
Do I?
Yeah.
Well, from what I kind of understand, some type of... I'll say he's not human. He's not human, he's not an elf, he's not... From what I found out from the underling, actually some type of undead or something. Necromancy is probably involved, if I had to guess.
Fun.
So that would be...
Yeah, because he doesn't have a reflection, and he has, like, the shiny eyes, like the thing in the woods.
True.
That's different
Oh,
information.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, they were
didn't
dancing, and
see
it was
that.
only Codex dancing. It was just like a movie I've
It
seen.
was fantastic, really. It was fascinating to watch.
What was the... I'm gonna flip. The goo. Explain this goo to me, this viscera goo. We'll get back to that. Put a pin in that.
It looks like flesh and bile.
Oh, I gave it
Yes.
away. I don't have
Was it flesh and bile when the people turned into the goo, or was it just the viscera flesh?
I wasn't there when this happened.
It was just flesh.
Why was it flesh and bile?
Because it was the rats. One of the
They
mission that we went on was
regurgitated.
an infestation of these giant rats that were terrorizing the neighborhood, and it was what they were ingesting from their victims.
Okay, so the bile is probably just from the rats.
From the rats, yeah.
Correct.
Okay. And then what did the viscera do with Scar?
It seemed to go in him and heal him.
Okay, then yeah. So then we're looking at something that's at least vampiric. Or similar. Necromancy and vampirism.
Very similar.
You know what a vampire is. Though if he didn't have a reflection, he must... I'd have to do some research on what anybody else could, but vampires aren't always exactly the same. They don't always have the same tendencies. Some can't be in the sun, some can, some have reflections, some don't like garlic, some do. Who cares? You're never always going to find the same vampire, necessarily. They do have similarities, of course, of consuming blood, having...
Hypnotic powers.
Fangs?
Yes, fangs, of course. But no, don't expect every vampire to always act the same as another. It depends on where they're from. Like, it could be the north, the east, the west, the south. Different types of vampires. What did he try to do to get into your brain, Codex, if you can remember?
I don't know, he just looked at me.
What did it look like when he looked at you?
She kind of like, you see she kind of like gets like that, she's trying to remember a look on in her face. She's just like, I just remember he like grabbed me really hard and just looked at me in my eyes.
Okay, he probably tried to charm you as well. So then, only reasonable outcome is he's a vampire.
Okay, cool. He seems kind of okay.
What part of this conversation makes it seem like he's okay? He's clearly feeding Vorano his
Listen, to be honest,
goons.
what I'm doing...
We don't know that.
Enough. What I'm doing, and what Big T is tasking me to do, is to stop Vorano doing whatever the fuck Vorano is doing.
Great.
I don't give a fuck what Balthazar's doing. The main part is to cut Vorano off. Now, for you all, Sean wants to know. Sean would be very interested in all this connection and all blah, and wanting to stop Balthazar.
Different. We'll get there.
Darian doesn't care. Darian's like, stop Vorano fucking with T's business. Okay. That means he might have a bit more beefed power behind him with your serum and vampirism and necromancy. Okay, this is good information. But lest I don't really care about Balthazar. I don't really want to get involved with a bull. I don't want a bull knowing about us. I don't want us knowing about a bull. Because we have our own little thing here. We have our own bulls. Like that one who's getting angry behind the counter. And he's like, like cleaning the counter like very angrily.
Steam coming out of his ears.
Yeah. Vorano's still the problem that I want done. And either he needs to be scared to stop or killed. I don't care.
Oh no.
Doesn't matter to me. But that is information that is good that we've now all acclimated together to be aware of whenever we do to stop Vorano happens. The coins.
Yes.
What'd you do with them?
Oh, they're scattered all over the city now.
Okay. Is there anywhere that you think Vorano might want to go? Do you think there's anywhere Vorano would go? Like him, not his people, him.
Him in particular? That isn't down here. I mean, he could go to Tita's, potentially.
Did you go to Tita's last night?
I've been around there.
Oh, well, you dropped them there. I'll throw it back at you all, faded fates. No. Throw it back.
You're gonna throw it back?
He just gets up and starts twerking in front of all of us.
I'm going to leave this to you as I've hired you to do this job and I've been hired by T to do this job. And I care more about the... It doesn't matter what I care about. Vorano, get a place you have him, interrogate him, kill him, whatever. Tita sounds like a good place. It's also very close to the arts district, so I'm sure Vorano likes to have his other connections that are in the upper cities connected there at the arts, because that is where most of the nobles are that like to do shady business.
And he does love to connoiter with the lawyers.
If I give you 500 gold, do you think you could figure out a way to make some type of event that Vorano will show up that you can corner him?
I think we can make that happen.
Terrence shrugs. like throw an event?
I mean, I'm never above fate.
Yes.
Terrence smacks your hand away.
You have connections through a lot of the third, so I trust you. I know
Correct.
one can get it done as well. Codex.
It's like, what? What do you want?
No, she's pretty. That's Sydney's working. No, Codex is pretty. She's just pretty stone faced. She just kind of like looks up. She's once again snapped out of like her own head.
Can you how are you with your personal skills with people?
I'm good at that.
And then you said you used to be a Lightfoot, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You watch as Darian kind of like quicks goes over to like what looks like a drawer that's near the bar, takes out what looks like a bunch of really fancy parchment and papers with as well as envelopes. Can you send those?
I don't officially work for the post office. I don't officially work for them anymore, and it's technically illegal for me to do that now.
Oh.
No. These are things that you will all write together as a very fun group of friends.
Oh.
And you will send out whatever the invitees to whatever event you make. Shay, I'm sure, can figure out event as well as with one helping. Issa, I don't know much about you, but how are you when it comes to... Let's say I was making you the hostess of a party. How are your interpersonal skills?
Good.
Roll a charisma check.
15.
Yeah, just like your little smirk when you say good, Darian just kind of like smirks back, goes, good. Well then, I'm not going to do this all for you because this is your job as a, first of all, group I've just am hiring, and second, apparently an adventuring party that is being hunted down. What is your name again?
The Fated Fates.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yes.
You could always say it's a Fated Fates party or something. I don't know. I don't care. 500 gold, is that enough?
I think it might be easier with 8.
Roll persuasion check.
Mwah.
I was literally about to say the same thing.
Yes. Oh, fuck yeah. That is a 25.
I think Issa would have been like, yeah, I mean, it might be easier with 1,000 even.
All right, roll a persuasion check as well. I'll give you advantage from the 25.
Yeah.
That'll be added with it. I'm not discounting it, of course.
Persuasion 19.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, yeah. With that, when you say 8, and then and Darren's like, and then like yeah, okay, and then Issa comes in with I think we go with 1,000. I like you. Fine, 1,000.
I like you too.
Excellent.
Throw a nice party that Vorano can be invited to. Does he know your name is the Fated Fates?
He might
That's
right
a
now.
good question, actually, because I don't know if...
This right wouldn't been able to tell him that.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
that's true.
Then I doubt it.
And also do remember the Blue Crows are in the 3rd as well. I assume your connections in Titas could probably get him coming.
Oh, absolutely.
Not like that.
No, he's not my type.
No shame! Derek gets flustered.
I have 2 questions, actually.
Sure, and you kind of watch as they kind of hand the pouch just between Shay and Issa because they trust them the most right now.
Shay tries to snatch it up fast.
I'm not supposed to deliver, like, messages directly to Vorano, right?
Can if you want. All you need to know is this party has to be the end of Vorano and his mishaps.
I'll deliver it to Vorano.
I like you 10,000-fold now.
Okay, so we're throwing Vorano a birthday party.
What?
That'll be
Birthday party.
It's
Alright.
birthday party.
Do we know if it's his birthday?
We could just do like a shady gambling fucking thing.
I was saying something that would entice him to join. Not...
Does your own birthday party not entice you?
That seems a little obvious,
Sounds
doesn't
like
it,
a
Terrence?
trap. I like masquerade.
We're not allowed to add some lightness.
Listen, to be honest, I would, if it was me throwing a party, I'd make you the prize to win because he wants you anyway.
Correct. I'm telling you, bait.
Get in line.
Slick.
1,000 gold.
Terrence is sweating when he says like he wants you because he knows that he like is wanted dead by so many people. he covers it with a joke. Get in line.
Terrence, your idea of a birthday party is perfect, but it has to be yours.
Oh, yeah. Massive posters of Terrence everywhere.
Sinks into the chair and says, "Get me a Bell's Castle."
So
If I had to assume he's still in the 3rds, considering everything that's been said and his connection to potentially the bowl. So, I trust this in your hands. I will trust you all. I haven't had any mistakes you've made yet. It's not like you've done a mission and failed it yet, so that I know of. Don't tell me if you have, because then I'll take that 1,000 gold back. Good. They kind of like stand up, and you'll take care of it. The Fated Fates party of whatever you do. I just want it done. And so does he. And Big T's like...
There's like a hole in the counter.
all the sealants come off.
Good. I trust you all. Truly I do. So don't fuck it up. All right. And I think with that, that's our game today.
Hey!